My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. We break down full fight cards every single week. We give you our picks, our bets, and our fantasy plays. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. And this is brought to you by Earn You. Earn You is the world's first sports and esports prediction game, allowing you to earn crypto risk-free. Check it out now at earnu.com. And ODDSJAM. ODDSJAM has the fastest real-time data integrations to spot discrepancies between different sportsbooks and helping users place risk-free bets. Check them out at oddsjam.com. And next up at UFC 273, we have Mickey Gall taking on Mike Malott. Mickey Gall 7-4 overall, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off a decision loss to Alex Morono. Mike Malott 7-1 overall, 3-1-1 in his last 5. He's coming off a submission win on the Contender Series. And Mickey's a pretty good grappler. He's got submissions from both top and off his back. And he feels very raw, but he's been around for a long time. When he gets on top, he's got good pressure, but he only has a 27% takedown accuracy. His stand-up is not great, and he does have a negative striking differential. For every 3 significant strikes he lands, he is hit with 4. But Mickey Gall is better than those stats, or at least if you're watching him, you don't realize how bad he is statistically, if that makes any sense. Meaning, if you watch Mickey Gall's fights, you would assume he had better than 27% takedown defense. You would not really realize that he was hit 4 times for every 3 that he hits his opponent. So his stats are a little worse than his actual performances. Mike Malott is a pretty well-rounded guy. He has a very loose striking style, which allows him to box and kickbox pretty easily. His hands can be low at times, which makes him hittable, but he is technically sound and he manages range well. He's sort of this new generation of fighter that isn't one specific style. He can wrestle, he can grapple, he can strike, he can do all the things. And his entire family is professional athletes, like a John Jones situation. And you break down Mickey Gall's fights, it's always interesting because he shot to stardom after he beat CM Punk years ago. And I've said this many times, I think that's the worst thing that ever happened to him. Because instead of having the luxury of learning on the local level and learning against opponents at the same level as you in local shows and building your ways up, his second fight ever was in the UFC. His third fight ever was a giant fight against like one of the most famous wrestlers on the planet. And he won that fight. And then he actually won a couple good fights after that. And the whole world was like, oh my God, is Mickey Gall like really this good? And then he was stuck fighting at a really high level, literally stuck fighting very good UFC fighters. And that's why his record is 7-4. And again, he didn't have the luxury that Mike Malott did of fighting lesser opponents and getting better the normal way. And I think all of that matters. I genuinely think that matters because I think Mickey's wrestling is better than Mike's. I think his BJJ is also better than Mike's. I like Mickey to win a decision here. I think he's good, man. I think he can grapple. I think he's a better striker. And experience is absolutely 100% a factor. This will be Mickey Gall's, 10th time doing this in this cage under these lights against an opponent at actually a higher level than this. And this is Mike Malott. Like, he literally was crying when he got the call to be into the UFC. I think it's skill level. Mickey Gall's a little bit better, but I think the experience level at the UFC, big gap there. And I think that matters. And Mickey's the pick. And I have a money line bet on Mickey Gall, by the way, at plus 165 or something. Go ahead, Jacob.
Are you going to throw it to me, or are you just going to stop talking?
Go ahead, Jay. I stopped talking. It was obvious. Go.
All right. Yeah, I think this is honestly the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen in my life. Mickey Gall, I understand he's 7-4. He did kind of get beat up in his last fight versus Alex Moreno, but these guys are almost, I don't want to say carbon copies of each other, but they fight very similar, right? They're sneaky with their jiu-jitsu. They both want to kind of wrestle, but they got, decent striking. I think Mickey Gall, and he said it himself, I think he's better everywhere. I honestly think that he's better everywhere. If I'm Mickey Gall in this fight, I instantly just shoot a double. Mike Malott has been out of the first round once in his career. It was a majority draw. And it was in Bellator, but it was a majority. He's been out of the first round once. And the level of competition he's fought is kind of the reason for that. He just comes in and just does whatever he wants. If I'm Mickey Gall, I come in. He's got the new camp. He's talked about it, Sanford MMA. He went down there or up there, wherever the hell it is, from where he's at. He went there.
South Florida. There's no up.
Well, you never. I mean, Texas, Hawaii,
No.
maybe. I don't know. But yeah, he went to Samson MMA on an invite. They said, Mickey, come here. I think we can help you out. And he was like, I'll get a one-way ticket. I don't know if I'm going to stay. He absolutely loved it. And I think that's a great camp for him to be in because I think it's going to be wrestling focused. And if he can put wrestling together with his very, very slick jiu-jitsu, he is one of the slickest jiu-jitsu guys in that welterweight division. If he can put wrestling on top of that, and I think Sanford MMA is going to do that, I think he should almost dominate this fight. I would come across, shoot a takedown immediately, make this guy respect you for who you are and the fighter that you are. Mike Malott is the team alpha male guy. They call him Team Guillotine. In his last fight, he shot a guillotine. If you're Mickey Gall, avoid the guillotine, shoot those takedowns, win this fight. And I'll tell you right now, Angelo, for the first time ever, I have never done this.
God.
For the first time ever, we don't have one lock of the week. Okay, we have two lock of the weeks. We are going to have 3 lock of the weeks because I could not decide between the 3 of them. I think they're all guaranteed wins. So I have 3 lock of the weeks this week. Kay Hansen, Mark Manson, and my man Mickey Gall. And a former lock of the week before. He's already won it before. He beat Jordan Williams, was the lock of the week. I'm going all in Mickey Gall. I have him in a parlay with the 3 favorites later on the main card. And those odds are crazy. I love Mickey Gall in this fight. I think he's better everywhere. I could see him getting a finish. Getting the back of Mike and just really showing him what the UFC is all about. I'm Mickey Gall all the way.
Yeah, we're completely aligned on this, and I think the experience is the biggest factor. Even if Mike Malott is better, which I don't think he is, the experience at this level, it matters very much.
And he talked about, I kind of mentioned the interview I watched, not to interrupt a little bit, but he mentioned that these regional guys will come in and train with me and see my record and be like, I can take down Mickey Gall, I can do this and this. And the strength is different, the positions are different. He is a battle-tested guy, Mickey Gall is. So I like him in this fight.
No, I completely agree. And it's an interesting matchup that the UFC did. I think they're literally just testing Mike just to see. But he's a good-looking guy. He's got a good record. I imagine the UFC wants him to win. But, I guess we'll see what happens. I love Mickey Gall in DraftKings, $7,400. Listen, this week, there's a couple of massive favorites. And you're going to need at least 2 of them in your lineup. You're going to. So you're going to need some pretty heavy underdogs. And Mickey Gall fits that bill, $7,400. You're getting him under $8,000. That's a great price tag. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm worried that he might do something like pull guard and then he's getting beat on and stuff like that. But he seems confident. I love the Sanford MMA. I'm definitely taking the Mickey Gall $7,400.
Yeah.
I'm going to have my lineup is going to be a little bit crazy. 3 lock of the weeks. It's going to be top heavy, bottom heavy, and we're feeling good.
All right. Sounds good there. And then the Monkey Knife Fight strike line, 37 to 53. I'm not touching it. I have no idea what to do with that strike line. I am not touching it. What do you think?
It's probably more and more. It's a little bit low because Mike has all those first round finishes, I think. But I think that it extends, if anything. I'd probably play them more.
Yeah, 53 is a lot for Mike Malott. It wasn't supposed to rhyme.
Then play the less. I'm playing more.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do with the line, so I'm not going to play it at all. Okay? How about that? But if you know what you want to do and you want to play that line, go to WeWantPicks.com/MKF. They will instantly match your deposit up to $100. It's daily fantasy, super easy, ton of fun. And if you want 50 free dollars, maybe you take that $50, you put it on Monkey Knife Fight. If you want 50 free bucks, go to WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners. Make a deposit. Let me know after you do. And we send you $50 as a thank you for supporting us and our partners.